Hi everyone, this lesson is going to be on greatest common factor. So, definition for greatest common factor is the largest factor that two or more numbers or terms have in common. So let's look at the first set of numbers we're going to work with, 20 and 48. The first thing I'd like to do is what I call make factor T's. So I'm going to do that with the pencil right now. You can also call these factor tables. I call them factor T's because they look like T's. Now, using the knowledge of multiplication and division, or if your multiplication and division skills aren't up to par, you can also use a calculator. But I'm going to start with the 20. And the first thing I'm going to do is 20 divided by 1. And that's going to give me 20. And I'm just going to go right in order. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Now the next one is 20 divided by 3. Well, we know that 3 doesn't go into 20 evenly, and if you use a calculator, you've got to get a decimal, so we're not going to put the 3 there. After 3 comes 4. We know 20 divided by 4 is 5. And I know to stop there because my pair, 4 and 5, are consecutive numbers. They're numbers that come right after each other. So we're going to stop there. Now we're going to look at the 48. Same thing, 48 divided by 1 is 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24. 48 divided by 3 is 16. I'll make my table a little longer. 48 divided by 4 is 12. 48 divided by 5. 5 doesn't go in evenly, so we don't write it down, we skip it. And then we have 48 divided by 6 is 8. 7 does not go in even. It doesn't go to 48 evenly. And then next after 7 is 8, but we already have an 8 over here, so that tells us to stop. So the toughest part of this is done for us already. We've done the hard work. Now, the last thing we have to do, or the last two things, is first let's find what they have in common. What factors do 20 and 48 have in common? So I'm going to circle those in green. We have 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 4 and 4, and that's it. We have a 5 for 20, but not a 5 in 48, a 10 in 20, but not in 48, and a 20 in 20, and not in 48. So our three common factors are 1, 2, and 4. But as we stated earlier in the lesson, we're looking for the greatest common factor. What factor is the largest? So the largest would be, the GCF would be 4, since it is the largest factor that can be found in both 20 and 48.